hard is it to alter the size of a kilt when you lose weight?
That was one of the questions that somebody had asked previously too. So yeah, this is a big one for a lot of people. No pun intended.
That's horrible.
Sorry.
It depends on how much weight you've lost.
Yeah.
If you lose, and think of it as in terms of ratio. If you are a 55-inch waist and you lose 8 inches versus if you are a 38-inch waist and lose 8 inches, it's much easier to alter a bigger kilt than it is to alter a smaller kilt because it's a lower percentage of the actual, waistline. It also it depends on how many inches it has to move. The problem with losing weight in a kilt is the front apron of a traditional kilt goes from hip to hip. It's basically 50% of your waistline. So if you have a 40-inch waist, your front apron will be about 20 inches wide. If you lose 5 inches off of that kilt that was 40-inch waist, instead the back pleats, instead of taking up 20 inches, are going to take up 15 inches. So that means that the front apron is going to go, instead of from hip to hip, it's going to go from right butt cheek all the way over to left butt cheek, and there's going to be less pleats showing in the back. You can do a major reconstruction of the kilt where you actually take everything apart and basically put it back together. But at that point, the cost of labor to undo and then redo all the stuff, you're almost better off just basically going to eBay or something like that and putting the kilt up for sale there, and then buying a newer kilt for your new, thinner self.
Yeah, I would say, and if you're thinking about if you're a first-time kilt purchaser, or if this is your next kilt, but you're on a weight loss program, and I know a lot of guys want to try and lose some weight, like before a wedding or some other kind of a big occasion like that, figure out, especially if you're working with a personal trainer or something, figure out what your target weight's going to be, and then wait till you're closer to meeting your goal before you send the measurements in to us. And we will backstop you on measurements over the phone if you want us to, try and, compare brains with it. Compare brains?
Sure.
Think about it with you. But yeah, it's much better to do that because you're going to get a lot longer use out of your investment that way than, getting it now and then having to deal with it again later.
Now, that being said, a kilt is built for some waist, up or down kind of motion.
Yeah.
It's not like a pair of pants where there's a button and that's it. And if you lose 10 pounds or gain 10 pounds, next pair of pants. The straps on a kilt actually have 5 holes which span about 3 inches. Now, if you tell us your waist is 40, we're going to make the middle hole 40. So that way you can gain 1.5 inches or lose 1.5 inches, and the kilt will still fit you. If you are going to be losing weight, talk to us first. Don't just do this, but call us first and discuss this with us. But if you're at the beginning of a weight loss regimen and you're planning on losing a bit of weight, but you have to order the kilt now, then we can discuss we'll make the kilt to the last hole on the strap. So as you lose weight, you'll fit better into the kilt.
Yep.
So you can get a little bit more usage out of it. But please talk to us first before you do something like that. Don't just assume and put the order through.
Yeah, and minor weight fluctuations, I guess you touched on this, maybe, if it's just a matter of a few inches, then you can reposition the buckles on the kilt, and you're fine. The major surgery is over that magic number of how many inches?
It depends on the size of the guy.
Depends on the size of the guy.
6 inches or so is pretty major.
Yeah.
That being said, good point. Touching on the 1.5 inch number up or down, if you gain 2 inches and your kilt is just a little bit snug on the last hole, or you gain 3.5 or 4 inches, then give us a call, or you can take it to your local tailor. All that needs to happen is the 2 buckles on the right-hand side come off, and then you take them off with a stitch or a seam ripper, and you move them towards the under apron, and then the single strap that goes through the hole on the left side of the kilt, you actually move that towards the other end of the under apron, and then that way it can adjust the kilt a little bit. And conversely, if you lose weight and you want to make the kilt tighter, you just move them the opposite direction.
Yep. So that works within reason.